Now I am joined by Chad O'Melia's father, Sean O'Melia. And Sean, I know we are catching you just sort of fresh out of this day, this shocking day in court. Can you take me to that moment and describe what that was like for you to hear that she would spend no time behind bars?
Well,
I don't know if
one thing that
yeah, we've got him back. Okay.
One thing that appeared very strange to me is that we were asked to prepare some victim impact statements to address the court, and we read our statements, and it really didn't matter. I didn't understand the whole exercise because Judge Worley, when he read his verdict, he had already prepared it. So why put us through that? And at the same time, you've already prepared what you're going to say. You've already predetermined what you're going to say before you've listened to the victim's family. I think David Worley ignored the request of the DA. They wanted the maximum penalty. He ignored the recommendation of the probation officer, which was felony jail time. She was to do prison time. And he has shown a tremendous amount of bias in this case towards the victim. Towards the defendant. And I called him out on it. I in my comments to him, I told him, I said, you've been extremely biased against the prosecution. It's been obvious. I mean, in my work, what I have to do as a manager for the University of California system, we are trained to identify bias. We don't tolerate bias. And I could see it. It was explicit. It wasn't even implicit. So everything that happened that day shocked everybody in the courtroom. I think it even shocked her family because of their reaction. And essentially, he let her get away with killing another human being.
So, Sean, about that, unless you've been through the process like you have, people just don't know what it's like inside a courtroom, especially when there is another family on the other side of this impasse. What was that like to be directly next to a family that seemingly was getting pretty good news? Did you talk at all? Did you exchange contact of any kind, eye contact, words, anything?
Well, I'll tell you this. When her father got up to speak, and to answer your question, I don't look at them. I don't want anything to do with them. People have sent me all kinds of information about them. I don't want it. It's unnecessary for me to know. Okay. I'm interested in my son, and I'm there to honor his name and to honor my family and to myself. I have a lot of respect for myself, and I have a lot of respect for my family. And unfortunately, their attorneys, their family, and this system has not shown a lot of respect for my son's life. But I will say that her father, when he got up to speak for the first time, he acknowledged what his daughter had done. He apologized to me for it, and I shook his hand. But unfortunately, as he hands me an olive branch, his attorney, Robert Schwartz, goes into some speech and then tries the whole victim blaming thing in front of the judge again. I mean, he just burnt the olive branch down. So, no, there's been some misconduct by her mother. She's confronted me in the hallway once. She confronted some other people in a hallway. And her oldest brother, he constantly stares me down, which is really a fool's errand. They have to remember what's happened here. Their sister, their daughter, butchered my son. I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy about this verdict. I'm not happy with David Worley, Judge David Worley. I am not happy with him at all. And I think the message that he has sent is that, victims really are not considered, at least by him. Now, I don't want to lump all judges into sort of one group, but we seem to be seeing way too many perpetrators of crime not truly be punished for the crime they commit. And if you don't do that, there's no deterrent. The crime is just going to get worse. So now he's opened Pandora's box. Everybody that smokes marijuana and kills somebody, there's a precedent. They should get probation, right? So I did in the courtroom express at one point, I said, you, sir, have just given people a license to kill. That's what you've just done. And I sincerely mean that. You cannot allow people that, regardless of what they feel they're doing or their state of mind, to not have any punishment for the taking of a human life. It was absurd. And it was kind of a disgrace to his profession, I think. But my understanding is he's going to retire in February, so he's not worried about re-election. He doesn't care.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.